Hello, 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 Hambbage here. Glad you guys are too. We are touring complete certified entities of intelligence, and we're playing hardcore Minecraft. Hope you're all doing good. And again, little funky coming out of last night's one-off play session. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. If you got a take or a preference. Um, I don't plan to do a lot of that. Is anybody foolish enough to have sat around and listened knows I didn't even do a very good job at not not joining in. There was a couple of times when I kind of gave an update or turned back on the mic and talked for a little bit. So it's pretty opposed to my style of play for these videos, and yeah, I'm just in the habit now. We walked so many times around all this stuff, but we got a bunch of good stuff. A whole bunch of gunpowder, almost full chest, and some more in here. So our supplies are doing really well. We could roll for enchanted books, but I don't see a whole lot of point. We've got stuff to do. First of which is to go back home and get our toolboxes, which we left in the main base room. So that's, well, hi. That's what we're working on now. Okay, here we are back home. And I sure hope I left all these right on this floor. I'm very confident we just didn't pick them back up. So here we go. And tools. We have 2 extra fully charged Silk Touch picks. So after our brick breaking in the Nether Fortress, that was how we used up most of that. So those are all back to good, and a spare silk shovel. We'd cleaned up the sand. So as long as everything's got our reason and we can justify how we've done it or why or where, then we're pretty good. I want to stock back up on stakes and torches. Ooh. What are you doing there? Let's put you up there now. So I don't think anything we're going to do is going to be particularly torch heavy today. Hang on 1 second. I can do this. My allergies are just crazy today. So, hang on 1 second. Let me mute. Be right back. Okay, yeah, you know how sometimes you like blow your nose before a stream to make sure you don't sound all snotty, and yeah, then what are we, 5 minutes in, not even, and all of a sudden my nose was like, okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna clean myself now, so sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, like I said, for anybody who caught the previous episode, we were talking how might as well just get a fresh one and we'll have a backup extra stuff deal. We want to use this. We want to get more of this warped wart block. That was what I was trying to come up with last evening, and I couldn't. I always want to call it warped fungus, but those are the actual little mushroom guys. So, anyway, not a huge, big old deal. Um, yeah, so uh, yesterday I'd been talking how I kind of minor league cooked myself, like sunburn. It wasn't bad at all, and I'd been really careful, especially on my like back of my neck, because it's just too many years of too many football games. So I'd really watched out for that, but it was still enough that yesterday I was kind of, at times I was like, oh man, I just feel warm. And like there's no reason for it, but oh yeah, actually there is. It's because your skin is all radiating, but got it all sorted out and that feels good. But in the course of either opening up windows last night or this morning or both, because it's so nice out right now. Actually wore a hoodie this morning. Does that sound? Um, Yeah, because of whatever the nose seems to be a little runny today. So apologies in advance. I just pulled over the tissue box, and if needed, I can probably quietly wipe unless it just fills to the brim. You guys know how it goes. Ugh. So anyway, that's what I got going on. Hopefully, all that kind of stuff is going to settle in here nicely this morning, and we will move on to just bunch of progress. I would really like to see this drown farm get some real good progress the next couple days. I don't I wish I had an idea of like, oh, it's going to take us this long to do that. I know it'll probably be longer than whatever I expect because that's how it goes when you haven't done a particular specific build and are trying some new things on it. But I think all those things that I'd like to try could be really worthwhile and fun. So we'll give it a shot. I mean, it's the beauty of Minecraft. That's just how you play. Good to go. Let's see. What else? The end of the Sunday night football game that I've been watching was really entertaining. For me, it worked out pretty well. I'm a Bronco fan, so anytime you can get a KC loss early in the season is nice. And who would have thought the Broncos and Raiders would be sitting on top of the division 2 weeks in? Um, Come on, Chargers and Chiefs. What are you guys doing? It's fun to say the Broncos have been pretty bad the last couple of years. So, and they didn't exactly. They came back nicely and definitely, got a win they should have had on the road, and it was good playing Jacksonville. Um, but they looked a little shaky to start, and then it kind of all came together. But it was like, dude, let's. So that was kind of fun. It was a nice day to be out early and then come back and just have a nice little football Sunday. Last week didn't really feel like it to me. I don't know. I don't know why. I played a lot more with you guys while those games were going on. For one thing, I was just like, yeah, whatever. And yesterday, yeah, during the night game, I did a little bit, but kind of just bounced the channels. I don't know, for anybody who plays fantasy football at all, the Stat Tracker app, it's kind of outdated now. I mean, now you can just pull them up on your phone anyway, but I still occasionally like to have that Stat Tracker up. You can kind of like see all the who's playing their optimal and what's going on. It's got the game scores and everything right there in front of you. It's just still a nice little interface, and it's fun to have that be kind of real time. So yeah, we persevered, got a good fantasy win last night. Share that glory with you guys. I felt like you were there in spirit with me. So, all right, go team. And yeah, it was pretty nice, quiet end to the weekend. too bad. So I have been thinking a little more on design and all that. I definitely think, and again, I think we were kind of still in the actual episode part yesterday when we were still out at the farm, when I was kind of saying, I think the little drops for the water channel below are going to have to be, or should be on the outside, not in the middle of those chambers, because that just takes away available space. So I was kind of thinking that a little bit and wondering if maybe that's how we freshen up the design or the cosmetics of the build, so that it's not just a big brick box in the sky. So a little bit of thought there. It's all very subject to change, I'm sure. But what I think we do know is we need a bunch more of these blocks. They're getting feisty. Look at them. You guys can carry around some of these blocks if you want. I don't mind. There's only 2 of you. Go ahead and grab one. It'll be fine. Is that a thing? Did I do that? Sounded very hostile there for a second. Guess it was just a noise. Alright, see you guys. Said there's just always seems to be more that I missed. It's kind of tough to pick them up down here. And I don't know that this crimson is very... Guess his armor wasn't all that good, was it? That sounds very full. By sounds, I mean it's not making any sounds at all, which tells me it's full. I still missed a bench over here. Wart. I gotta keep saying that's Warped Wart. Okay, got both of those. Now, I think we wanted to Is it here that we cut up? Oh, oh, I did that. That was the lava area, I think. I know this isn't where we actually... I think we were up above all this, but from a different angle, so I don't know quite how we went about or can go about getting back up there. Gonna have to trust to luck. Never a good plan. Bunch of more Endermen up here. I see that. Oh, that was rude, buddy. You could be so pushy like that. Alright. Oh, here we go. I still think we're pretty good on the woody bits, so I think we'll maybe just kind of run around and try to do a low sweep. How's that sound? What I was kind of hoping to do is run back across where we'd done all those up high thick trees and left a lot of this stuff just floating free, right? Because that would be a quick, easy kind of cleanup. I think we'll keep the tops where we can, except for that tree. But it's got other trees up above. Whoa, whoa, what just happened? Did I come from up there? Oof. Oh, did I just come from like right here? Oh no, it was up there. Because I had all these. Yeah, that was a bit of a break. Oops. Be careful where you go when you get to wildly hoeing. It can be dangerous. some of these lights. Filling up a little bit again. I'm really surprised we haven't aggroed any of those guys yet. It would seem kind of like that's about to happen at some point, but I try to stay ready. Watch the edge. Okay, now there's the crimson. Wouldn't mind getting rid of that, but I don't know that there's really a point either, right? We have lots of this other stuff to work around. And at the moment, at least, we don't have any like building stuff or needs to spend exhaustive amounts of time up here. Yeah, we may have just stumped a little tree. Sorry about that little tree. This feels very similar to that other little tunnel where we had a Enderman creeping out on the other side. I guess he wasn't creeping. It's a little confusing when we have creepers. But he was skulking. Let's say he was skulking around the far end. But I think we are much higher up than all that. Ooh. Hey, Gasty. feeling like at some point here I'm going to fill up. And that'll... I'm like swinging my... Okay, now we are full. So now... There's some good stuff there. Pick these up. Do a little nom-nomming. Let's check the time too. Man, time does not fly at all when you're chopping warped thingy majubers, but that's good. That just means we've been gathering really well. So yeah, we're not even at 30 minutes yet. Fantastic. So I don't think we need to go super overboard. If necessary, we can always come back and get more, and it does break it up a little bit just by doing that. But we'll hopefully have a chance to get over and set up. Now we should be thinking, are there other items that we... Oh, we needed dirt, right? We talked about that. Not that I think we really need kelp or anything in there, but... we want to do a double layer on the bottom of the whole box anyway, just so it doesn't drip down. And we've got a lot of dirt, so dirt's a pretty good fill block anyway. It's a red mushroom, like just the regular old school red mushrooms up here too. That's kind of funky. Like I said, tried to stay ready for him. Just a matter of time before. And the one the other day, whenever last time we were up here was, that was the problem. If you catch multiples, or they somehow, like there, if those two guys pack spawn on us, and both decide that they want to be angry at the same time, that's when they can really do some actual damage. Like somebody just dumped a whole load of pipes. Like clank, 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 clank. It was a little construction noise. I had like I said, that's why my nose is probably all going crazy, but I had the windows open. And it's still around 60 or like in the upper 50s, but it's windy, like breezy, not like stormy wind or anything like that, but blowing pretty good, so it's moving everything around. I'm sure that's why, dust or whatever got to me a little bit, but it was like blowing my doors even further open when I had them open, and then like the construction site was like power sawing stuff fairly early, and we had a car alarm going crazy for a while. I was like, yeah, I think before I hit the start button on the recording for you guys, I'll go ahead and close those up. Now, I really haven't been too focused on which direction is which. Which way is this? This is west. Alright, so this is hey, we made it to the bastion. Okay. I was like, why on earth do we have a big ender chest here? Cool. That's great. Was this how we were getting? No, I don't think this is how. This may have been how we got back, right? We just kind of drop down to the road. But let's keep trimming a bit out here, right? So is this like a cut-in stairway? That's what I can't remember at this point. Is like, what's the easy stairway path that we had taken up and back from the from the bastion cut. Surprised I didn't get him. Thought that was angry Enderman time. He's close. So what I keep thinking is, the more of these little blocks I break and clear out, the more obvious it should be what my path is for the torches and everything. Like, how do we have it set up for up and down to that dig? And for anybody who plays vanilla and, you know, is kind of like getting better at hardcore, maybe you've been in that death loop that I've demonstrated so ably many times, where, you know, your worlds don't last that long. I would still recommend getting in the habit. I know you guys have seen occasionally, or a lot of times I just say, oh, I'm going in and updating the notepad with some coordinates or other. This is a pretty good example right now of why I say that. The longer your worlds go with vanilla, and mods to some extent may help this, depending on what packs you use or what you've got going. But it is really, really, really easy to lose track of stuff when you're working on projects like I do, where it's like, yep, got this on my radar. You know, we're doing the drown farm. We're going to get supplies for it. We go to the Nether and, you know, take out a whole section of that fortress. And before you know it, like a week or two of gameplay has gone by, and all of a sudden that path that you thought, like, I would never forget how to get to the Bastion Remnant. That's what we're working on. All of a sudden that becomes a very vague notion. You're like, how did I do that again? Now, we know that the bottom of the Bastion Remnant is just beyond the spawn Nether portal. And we got a friend up here. Oh, you see that Enderman? He like totally freaked me out. I wanted to lead that guy, and he's just... Look at you guys. Stop it. Oh, I miss this. Now I want to come back here and work on this some more. That's all right. We got a project to do. I want to have this drown thing work. That would be awesome. All right, this was the one we'd had partially filled back at home. I guess we can just dump off the extra stuff too. But then I do think we'll kind of maybe mosey our way on outward from here. That'll top off whatever we've got. Alright. Well, that was when you decided that I looked at you? And why did he wreck me so bad? Was I down any hearts before that? He was hitting mean. Alright. That's the way you gotta be. I don't think those were there either. So I do think this was kind of how we... Ooh. Oh, was it? Here we go. Alright, so we do want to go back to base, though. Let's get dirt. Let's check on turtle eggs. I think we have enough of the warped fungus stuff to make signs. A few extra buckets, maybe? Scaffolding. Come on, forward. Scaffolding is definitely going to need to be a more than enough kind of deal. Do you guys know you can't hit E when you're in a portal? I didn't know that. I guess I never really tried, but now I know. Alright, so here we go. I think... Just gonna dump these things off. I know, it's totally pushing it down the road. 'Cause duh. Oh, not that much. Really doesn't matter though. We can use grass and dirt. And I would think that's plenty. Well, you know, that's why we've got So we're gonna do a full box of dirt just because, and I'm gonna do a full box of sand as well. And the sand will be to mark wherever our pillars could go. Our egg shoot pillory things, stuff. Yes. Alright, so there's that. Let's go get one more box here. Oh no, you're so... You want to catch us. And this is just crazy after all the sand we just... What? Oh. Wrong box. Yeah. After we just gathered up all the sand from there, brought it over. Please tell me we brought it over and we didn't just like put it in chests right there. Okay. You go back. Okay. One last double check while we're here. Slimes are getting bigger. last thing I definitely want to check. We do have turtle eggs. So we got... Oh, and we were talking about buckets. Got water here. Are there... Do I just have a bunch of buckets in one of the things? No. Buckets. Okay, so now we have buckets to fill all those supplies that we had there. Got a bunch more warped blocks. Two of those we got sand, and then just garbage that we don't really even need. But, I don't know that I feel like sorting it right now. So let's just go. Let's get back over and be set up at the building site for the next episode, and we can actually really get stuff done. Oh, of course, they're all over the place now. Alright, well, if you want to be that way. Why can I not hit you? I don't know how much, if anything, that helped our little hoe, but... It gave us... something. Alright, ready? Run! Fall on the thing! Oh, come on. Dear. Gunpowder. Just gunpowder. That's a shame. Now it's my tears they're collecting. There's a weird little slowdown in that tunnel. I don't know if you guys noticed that. So, that guy actually, I think it was the same guy that I already hit with 2 different arrows. And then I had to hit him like 4 more times with my sword. What was up with that? this is beginning to feel a bit like a neighborhood now. We got the Crimson Forest that connects to the Warped Forest we've been working on that has our bastion in it. It's all getting pretty well known. We do have a bed. Let's use that right away. Looks so good. Don't want to leave that there. I do want to, I think, dump as much of these. Let's get this green box. This is actually going to come in handy. I'm glad we brought it now. So let's put all those away. Then trying to fill that up. We've got sand and the dirt can just go down. The animal box with the eggs in it can actually go away. And I don't think I need any of the goodies stuff yet. Just trying to get inventory back. Before we need it. So I'll maybe do all that. Alright, then still need to do these. Two more of those. Fortunately, I don't know that the warped is going to be anything I need too soon. Okay, now where's the time at again? 54. We can do a little bit here. Oh, not if I cue the dirt. No. Oh. These are regular shapes are going to be kind of a nightmare for filling stuff in. frozen. I just gotta make sure I don't lose track of time and go for like 20 minutes. What do you mean we were ending the episode? Oh, yeah, I guess we were ending the episode. We'll get there. We already made it through all the part that we didn't have any torches on. All right, I guess that will have to do us for a moment. Guys, it's awesome to have you here. I hope you're ready for a little bit more. As you can see, we kind of knocked that part out pretty quickly here, and we'll finish up the dirt. We'll probably do like a... So this is what I was talking about, that I don't know what the aggro range is. So maybe while I'm taking my last break, I'll go do a little bit of research. I'll try to see how far away a mob has to be or can be to notice and be attracted to a turtle egg. Try to figure out about tridents if, we'll figure it out if we need to. And then see. But I think, unless it can only be like 8 blocks away or something like that, maybe a first spot kind of cut into here so that it can pull from all these, if it needs to be closer than something like this, but where you kind of get maximum room around the outside of it without taking away from possible drown spawning blocks. And we'll just stagger those, on these internal corners where a whole bunch of area can pull them in. And I think that'll work out pretty good. So that's the plan. I'm going to save it because I know we're already 59, 55. We almost made it perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. Likes and comments, always appreciated. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. We're back to regular old taking care of business here. So stay tuned. Hit Twitter or subscribe in YouTube so that you can see when all the latest videos are showing up. We're going to hopefully have this farm going without too much ado or delay here in the next series of episodes. So stay tuned. Watch for all the fun. Till then, stay awesome, guys. Bye.